On this niche website that we built, everything seemed to be going right, perfectly following our timeline of expectations. But then this traffic really started to drop off. Just look at that. To understand what's going on here, first we're going to need to back up a little bit. It all started almost 3 years ago. Jim approached me and was like, I think we need to sell all of our niche sites. I just really think that we should build new ones and start totally from scratch so we can keep trying new things and learn by doing that. And I was like, are you sure we need to sell all of them? Because I can see a few good reasons to hang on to at least one or two. But the next thing I knew, we really are selling all our niche sites. So then we sold our sites. And because of other things that came up in our business and like hiring new team members, it was another 8 months before we could actually really dedicate ourselves to starting something new. But we did, and you helped us. You helped us pick a topic for the first niche website. And we did this just like we've done it so many times before. We planned out the site, we did our search analysis, we sent the topics off to our writers and had them start writing content for us. We published the content on our site exactly like we'd done so many times before. At least we thought we did. It was following the Project 24 timeline. It was growing exactly the way we would expect it to, at least at first. And then last May, Google put out a core algorithm update, and that cost us about 15% of the traffic on the website. But what's worse than that is it's not just that we saw a dip in traffic, but the traffic leveled off. I mean, just check out this graph. We were growing on this great upward trajectory with awesome seasonal spikes that were related to holidays and stuff. I mean, on a cooking website, lots of people cooking around Thanksgiving. We saw this massive spike in traffic. It was really cool. And the whole site growing on a nice, steady, organic growth trajectory. But now, totally flat. And then we finally started to pick up again in August, only to get hit by the September core update, which seems to have dropped the traffic even further, about 20% from where it was at. And there's really like no end to the drop. So there's gotta be a problem underlying all of this on this website. Our sites don't usually get hit like this by algorithm updates. And this is good organic content on the website. There's really no reason why Google should be deprioritizing it like this. So we need to get to the underlying problem, but first we need to triage this. We've gotta stop the bleeding. And that's why we brought out the big guns. We put Anna on it. Now, Anna's been doing some really awesome work on the website, but all of the work she's done really falls into 5 specific things that I think all of us should be doing on our websites, whether we're writing all of the content ourselves or outsourcing some of it. The first thing she's doing is she's personally editing or at least reviewing every single article before it gets published on the website. Now, what this allows her to do is make sure that all of the information being shared on the website is accurate, given that she has personal knowledge and experience with this topic. It also allows her to add personal anecdotes wherever it makes sense, as well as make sure her own voice is coming through in those articles so that we can publish them in her name as the primary author on the website. The second thing that she's doing is real original research. She even did like a study with fruits to see how long they would last before rotting, sitting at room temperature. There were a lot of bowls of fruit sitting out on a table, and yes, there were a lot of fruit flies. But that is original research, a real experiment that allowed her to create content that nobody else has ever created before. The third thing that I think really benefits this website is she started taking unique photographs. By that, I'm not talking about trying to do something totally original that nobody's ever done before. I mean just taking her own photos. Stock photos are great if you don't have an alternative. It's better than not having any images on your website. However, search engines can see that those same images are being used on other websites, and it doesn't give your content sort of the same level of authority, as well as just kind of originality and helpfulness. But when you take original photos, your own pictures that are 100% on point with the article that you wrote, it just does something from an SEO standpoint as well as a user standpoint. And she's been doing that to help improve the content on the website. Fourth, she's been adding new content. She's personally writing quite a few articles on the website, focusing primarily on pillar content, the kind of articles that we would link to from a YouTube video on the Cook for Folks YouTube channel, or articles that we would want to interlink to regularly from other articles on the website. These are the kinds of articles that can get a ton of traffic and be extremely helpful for readers. And for that reason, she's choosing to be the one to personally write those articles so that her expertise can make sure that they're accurate and that they're as helpful as possible. And fifth, she's adding an email list to this website. Now, what email allows us to do is start getting some of those people that come to the website, giving them a valid reason to want to sign up for email, and then it gives us a way to communicate with them. So no matter what the Google algorithm does to us in the future, we'll be able to reach people with good, compelling content and give them a reason to want to come back to our website. This, I think, is really going to help sort of stem the tide of what's been happening with Google, but I don't think it's totally going to fix it. These improvements are all good things, and they're all things that you should definitely be doing on your own website. But what I don't think they do is totally fix whatever underlying problem it is that caused our websites to be hit by the algorithm update in the first place. And after all that hard work, things were finally looking up. Or so we thought. Hey everyone, one more thing. I know that didn't answer all your questions and I want to fill you in. So I made more videos that dive in deeper on what's going on here. And I want to invite you to watch the next one. It's scheduled as a premiere, so you can just click that link right there and you're going to be able to set a reminder so you don't miss it. We'll see you there.